what's the deal? It's your boy, Mr. SWI, and we back with another episode of Opinions on Everything. And today we gonna be talking about the NFC East. You know what I'm saying? I got my big homie Koos in the building.
Football time. Let's
go.
I
mean, and we here.
Let's go.
And he bringing all the flavor with the sports talk. You know what I'm saying? Keep me on my toes, because I don't be knowing what's going on for real, for real. I just got crazy opinions about the shit. You know what I'm saying?
The Eagles, so I pay attention so we can talk about it.
I mean, we're going to be talking about the NFC East today and the standings and where do we think these teams will be ranked at the end.
Right, this is what it's all about.
You know what I mean?
This is what it's all about.
So, I'm going to let my big homie introduce himself.
What's going on, man? I'm Koos. I'm from the hood, man. A hood near you. Catch me anywhere.
You know what I mean? Appreciate that. So, yeah, man. The Eagles, the
Cowboys.
We got the Cowboys,
Giants.
The Giants.
And formerly the Washington Redskins, but then the Commanders.
Oh, okay.
Right,
so the Washington Redskins then switched their name.
They had to. They said the Redskins thing was racist.
All right.
They said the Redskins thing was racist, so they had to change their name.
And I think people have been actually fighting to get that name switched for a long time. So, big shout outs to them. So, yeah, man.
The Eagles.
I'm going to turn the show over to you, you know.
I want to hear your expectations of your team before I start giving you the real experts, quote unquote, opinion. So what you think? What you got going on? You got Jalen Hurts, new young quarterback. Mm-hmm. You got Devontae Smith, new young wide receiver. Mm-hmm. And y'all got A.J. Brown. Y'all traded for him. Mm-hmm. He's formerly from the Tennessee Titans. Mm. He's a monster. He's a monster. From what I understand.
Right. All right. So where I stand with the Eagles is, I always think they're going to make the playoffs. And I'm always definitely rooting for them to win the championship. Because I just like the feeling that it brings to the city. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, in saying that, I ain't really been paying attention to the Eagles. They've been getting on my nerves ever since they traded my man Nick Foles. You know what I'm saying? Who's you calling?
I hear it, but I don't hear it. You hear it, though, right?
What are you talking about?
My other phone.
Bro, you in the middle of the show doing another phone call?
No,
what's up with you? You can't sit still. You nervous?
No, I want to have.
You messing up the show, bro.
I want to have both phones on me, dog.
For what?
My bad, for info.
It's right here.
See?
You don't need no info, bro. It's not
Sorry, folks. This is our show, though. This is what we do. We used to work out together. We used to do this during working out. We do this during talking. Like, this is what my brother. Like, this is what we do. So, yeah, this is what we do.
I probably edit all that out anyway. But this nigga funny as shit, dog. Like, but this nigga is crazy. Like,
back to A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown monster. So, again, what's your expectation? Knowing that y'all got a young quarterback. Knowing that y'all got a good quote-unquote offense.
Right.
Y'all coach, to me, is the question. Mm-hmm. Nick Sirianni. He came from the Colts. Mm-hmm. I don't know much about his background, but we can assume that because he's not of our color is why he's the head coach. So that's my only question mark. So in your opinion, knowing what you know now, what is your cap on the Eagles?
I mean, I don't really have a cap on the Eagles. I just keep it like that. I don't have a cap on the Eagles.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's now a 17-game season, I believe.
I don't really even have
So give me a guess. 10-7, 9-8, 7-10, 1-16. Are y'all going to make the playoffs? We're going to elaborate on the other teams as we get deeper into this show here. But I need you to give me a prediction right now on what's the Eagles' record going to be. 17 games.
They're going to be 17-0.
Oh, man, there we go. So we already know that this show is going to be crazy.
No, listen. In that division, the Eagles will come out and make the playoffs.
Okay, so y'all going to win the division is what you're saying? Or be at least in the top two of y'all division. Because I think maybe 8 teams, 7 or 8 teams make it now. So 1 or 2 teams might get 2 teams out their division in the playoffs.
Right. So I think the Eagles and the Cowboys usually be neck and neck in there,
Absolutely.
and New York is, always a contender, but and then it's Washington, and sometimes Washington sneaking
Them
wins, but
rivalry games you never can
yeah,
predict. You never can predict a division game.
these is all the rivalries.
You never can predict that. I agree.
I'm definitely hoping that the Eagles just win all the rivalry games.
Okay, so what's that? 6-0 in the division.
Yeah, 6-0 in the
Okay,
division.
that's
You know
not
what I'm
bad.
saying?
That's a good expectation.
Yeah.
But we're going to touch on the Cowboys next, I believe, and we're going to see if the Eagles actually can beat them 2 times. That's the question.
Yeah. So look, right now the Eagles got Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, young stud,
They got the guy AJ Brown
monster from what they say.
and Devontae Smith,
There we go.
wide receiver.
Why both of them? I don't know y'all running. I mean, I don't know y'all running backs that much.
Right.
But those 2 wide receivers are what they saying because the game is a passing league now.
Mm-hmm.
It's a passing league now.
Mm-hmm.
So they're hoping that Jalen Hurts can duplicate his passing, stats, or maybe get him a little bit better. But they don't want him to be Michael Vick. They don't want him to be Michael Vick.
I mean,
Long
you
story
know,
short.
I was a fan of Michael Vick. I enjoyed Michael Vick taking off on people. He had a hell of an arm too, if you ask me. But
You got to read defenses now. It's not just about running. These defenses have gotten very, very complex where 11 guys on the field are all moving in different directions.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to know where your guy going and find that open slot.
right,
And Jalen Hurts was a good to great college player.
mm-hmm.
But the NFL speed and their attention to detail on the defensive side of the ball is where a person who's a great athlete falls short. You feel what I'm saying? Because they can't see where the safety going to be. You play football, so when you hike the ball, you got to know that the linebacker is going to come down so you can throw 5 yards over top of his head. But if you don't know that the safety is coming down 5, interception. So that's the thing with Jalen Hurts. They want to make sure that he can read the defenses and make the plays. But again, A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith are players that can help the quarterback look better, where a bad play can look better because they're going to make the play.
Right.
So, the Eagles it's up in the air. It's up in the air. I do think them and the Cowboys are neck and neck in the division.
What do you think though? Like, as far as this whole division, who do you think is going to come out on top?
Good question. Like I said, I'm not an Eagles fan, so I never want to say the Eagles, but I actually would rather see the Eagles than the Cowboys. So I'm going to take the Eagles, hoping that Nick Sirianni can prove me wrong and show me and everybody else in Philadelphia that he wasn't just picked because of the color of his skin.
That's crazy. So, the Washington Redskins have
Commanders.
changed their name
Exactly.
now, and it's because of some type of racial situation. And so we're hearing on the internet and that the coach also has some type of racial situation going on.
Defensive coordinator Jack Del Rio. Long story short, he was all about. He's all about racism, in my opinion.
Yeah, man. So I don't know. I just think this football season is going to be a little bit interesting. And I think the Eagles is definitely going to be something to watch out for because they are almost every season. But we got a lot of young players, and sometimes you got to give these guys 1 or 2, 3 seasons to come together and play together. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to put too much pressure on them, but I'll definitely keep my eye on them this season, especially since we are doing sports talk now. You know what I'm saying? So that'd be real interesting. And, yeah.
again, the NFC East is always a dogfight.
Mm-hmm.
Us being in Philadelphia, we get to see every single game.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I become so in tune with this black and blue division. So again, I want to see the Eagles win. I'm going to pick the Eagles. I'm going to say I'm going to go out on the limb here. I'm going to say without even looking at their schedule, I'm going to say the Eagles are going to go 11-6, no worse than 10-7. So
Hold up. See, you getting right into the next part because we're gonna run it down. We both gonna give our predictions on the season right now, and we'll do it later on.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
we can
For
get
each
in depth
team.
later on.
You know what I'm saying?
Depth later on
So
for sure.
we're gonna do the Eagles first.
Right. So again, I'm going to say either 10-7 or 11-6. Um, Possibly. I don't want to. I don't want to put too much expectations on the Eagles because again, I'm not a fan. But 10-7, 11-6, in that ballpark, and they should be number one team in the NFC East.
Mm. Yeah, I maybe do like 10-7.
That's fair.
I give them 10-7 with the 6-0 sweep on the. Now, what you think about the Cowboys?
Cowboys. Their quarterback, Dak Prescott, within the last 2 years signed a mega deal. Running back Ezekiel Elliott. They saying that he was overran a little too early.
No. What you think about the record? What you
Oh,
think about the
okay. So Cowboys, something similar, something very, very similar. 11-6, 10-7. This is a black and blue division. I believe honestly that those two teams are going to finish that close, either the same record or one game separating them. The Giants. Excuse me.
Oh, let me do the Cowboys.
Right, my bad.
I'm gonna say maybe like 6-10. I'm gonna go the opposite way with the Cowboys. They going 6-10 this season.
That's big. That's big. They
I
got
mean,
Super Bowl expectations.
6-10 for the Cowboys. And what you think about the Washington Commanders?
They're definitely going to be a bad ball club. So I'm gonna go 6-11, 7-10, something like that. I'm gonna go bottom of the barrel for the Commanders.
Yeah. Oh, the Commanders, Washington. They usually sneak in a couple games, but yeah, I'm gonna give them about a 6-10.
Yeah, there we go.
6-10.
Right. I don't know who their
6-10.
quarterback is. I don't know what they got going on.
Right.
They're going through a name change. Their defense is somewhat their strong point. And in this NFL, if your defense is your strong point, you're not really going to go too far.
And the last team is the New York Giants. What you think about them?
Giants, something similar. 6-11, 5-12. Their quarterback.
So the Eagles is basically the only team I'm going to say about the same thing for the Giants, but I'm hoping that the New York Giants can at least give us a run for our money this season. We'll let her have that rivalry back, but we like kicking your ass.
So you like the Giants rivalry over the Cowboys
We usually
rivalry?
split games with these teams, though.
Because, the division, the records do not matter.
Yeah, we usually split all games.
It's about whose will is stronger.
Yeah.
So again, I will agree that the records don't matter in the NFC East.
Right. They don't. Really, they don't. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just think the Eagles is just going to be the better team of this division. You know what I'm saying?
He loves the Eagles, so as we can see, he's very, very, very subjective.
You know
These records he's saying are very, very subjective. So we can't wait to run this tape back when the season starts.
Take us out.
I appreciate y'all. Is that a closeout?
Peace.